Again, I think India has been very clear on that front. Prime Minister Modi has been one of the most vocal in calling for an end to the conflict, including in earlier meetings with President Putin. He's visited Ukraine, met with President Zelensky. And I think India has also given the case for why it has continued to purchase oil from a variety of sources, including from Russia. That in fact that has helped to stabilize global oil prices, and that India is ultimately responsible for the energy security of its own country. So I think India has made it quite clear as to its own rationale and logic. It reinforces the fact that prior to the war, a very small amount of its oil was coming from Russia. But again, this has been a claim that has been, or a logic that has been reiterated by Trump on a number of occasions.
So where do you see India-US relationship going forward, especially when it comes to trade? The Commerce Minister is also in US and also the Foreign Affairs Minister. How do you see the relationship going forward in that sector?
Well, I think the good news is that there's been a resumption of dialogue at the highest levels. Yesterday, Piyush Goyal, who's the Minister of Commerce and Industry, met with the U.S. Trade Representative. There is now a sort of re-establishment of that high-level dialogue. You also have working-level conversations, including a U.S. trade delegation that last week visited India. So I think they're working. In fact, I think Secretary of State Rubio said today that they're hoping to find some solution quite soon. So they're working on it. But I think from India's point of view, there is a very clear understanding that the 50% tariff is a very high, unusually high tariff rate, and that particularly the 25% extra tariff that the Trump administration has imposed for the purchase of Russian oil needs to be brought down. And that it is having consequences for bilateral trade and also for the broader environment. So I think that is a step. Whether that happens at one go, whether a broader trade agreement can be reached, or whether it is a step-by-step de-escalation on the trade side remains to be seen. But I think there is the fact that both sides are working towards that is now a positive after about 2 months of a very frigid relationship at the top levels between the US and India.